Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is W here, and in today's video I wanted to quickly go over why XIAO is such a great DPS and why he'll make a staple to your team. So firstly, we're going to start off with my stats. I have a little over 2,000 attack, a little over 1,000 defense, and getting to my attributes, I want to tell you guys to prioritize crit rate, crit damage, and attack. Those are your three main things, and maybe a little bit into energy recharge, but the three main things is crit rate, crit damage, and attack. So I have almost about 50% crit rate, a little over 100% crit damage, which is okay, and a little over almost 140% energy recharge, and also close to 50% emo damage bonus. So for the weapons, you can use pretty much any 5-star weapon, which is completely fine, but of course Primordial Jade is the best spear on XIAO. And if you want to go more free to play friendly, I would definitely craft the Star Glitter, which is a craftable spear. And also if you have the battle pass, you could probably use the deathmatch, which is probably like the next best thing too. But if you don't have the battle pass, I would definitely go for the Star Glitter, which is completely fine. And then your 3-star weapons don't really matter too much, because eventually down the road you're going to end up trying to aim for the 4-star weapons. Okay, so for artifacts, I have double attack on my flower, which was which is great, but the elemental mastery wasn't really the best thing. That only increases your swirl damage by a little bit, which is not really what you're aiming for too much. And then for my feather, this was okay, not the best, because I got elemental mastery once again with defense. Also for the sands, of course you want attack, and you would want something like double attack with crit rate on this too, with maybe energy recharge, but one bad stat is fine. Also for this, I got double defense, which is horrible, but it was the best one I had because this is like the only one I had. But for this, of course, you would want the same thing: crit damage, crit rate, attack, or energy recharge. And then for this one, I would say for your circlet, just use whatever kind of balances out your stats. So for like crit rate or crit damage, kind of like balance those out a little bit. So I had like I'm close to like 50% crit rate, so I went for more crit damage. But for this one, same thing. You want like double attack, like how I have on this, with like crit rate or crit damage, which is completely fine. Okay, so for constellations, this one just increases your E ability. So you get an extra one, which is a 3rd charge on your skill. For this one, just increases energy recharge while he's off the field. This one is just a level up. This one just increases his defense when he's 50% health. This one is also a level up to his ultimate, which is fine. And then this one is what really changes, like the biggest thing with XIAO. It's pretty much as if like you can just keep spamming your skill ability, which already does a lot of damage. So yeah, this one is really great, but for most people you probably won't end up getting that one. So yeah. So for my talents, currently at level 7, level 7 too for both of these, but of course 6 is like the base, and 6 is completely fine, but of course you'll be aiming for a more higher level type of thing later on. And then for this one, this just increases your damage the longer you're in your ultimate pretty much, and the maximum damage bonus is 25%. And then for this one, the more you use your skill, the more damage it does. So that's why the first one would come into play, and it probably would be a little decent, because the last one would be it would do the most damage because it adds up to 3 stacks, so each one you do does more damage. And then of course this passive is great for people that like to climb, for people like me that usually fall off and stuff. But yeah, this one just decreases the climbing stamina consumption for your party by 20%, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so for XIAO, party comps, I would definitely use someone like a Bennett. I'm kind of like using these two together. They do work pretty well. Zhongli and Albedo, only in like open world. I would never use these guys in like Spiral Abyss, because you wouldn't have enough elements to break shields. But if I wanted to use more of a main team, I would use someone like Jean with XIAO. Those two work pretty good together with Zingling and Fischl, so you can swirl elements, and also just have the bird up to help XIAO pretty much while you're always damaging stuff. And if you don't have these guys, I would use someone like maybe Gun Yu and Bennett together. Where's Bennett? Where's Bennett? Right here. And if you don't, and since you're kind of like using Bennett maybe as like a healer, you wouldn't really need Jean. So I would probably use someone like Sucrose, which is the good ult battery for XIAO, and these guys work pretty good together. But yeah, and if you didn't have Gun, you can pretty much switch her out with anyone else, because the 3 of these guys work pretty good together: XIAO, Sucrose, and Bennett. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for party comps. But if you guys have any more questions about this, then I can answer them in the comments. Yeah.
Impossible. Teamwork is dreamwork. Worthless. Conquering! Worthless! Bite! Burst forward! Coming!
Off we go! Everybody stand!
This is order! Solidify!
So here I have some Spiral gameplay for you guys, and if you guys have any questions, I'll be very happy to answer them. And I love you guys so much. Peace out.
Everybody stand!
Disappear!
It's true. Pick apart the things I do. Been hiding, backsliding, keep winding.
I will have order!
I'm trying to find you.